Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our next episode of Under Falling Skies. Now in the first episode I went over, basically I unboxed the game and went over the basic rules and set up the game itself for gameplay. In this one we're going to play the game. Now I may not get through the whole game, and it's really going to be up to you as to whether or not I do. So if I get to a certain amount of thumbs up, I will continue to play, but if really people get enough out of the first episode and decide they know how to play and don't want to see how it ends, that's fine too. I will then continue to discontinue the playthrough rather, and continue on with something else. But I do think this is a great solo experience, and also can be played with friends. I've seen some ways to do that. It seems like it could be interesting. One thing that's a little challenging here as a viewer on screen is these tokens they match the color behind there, so it's a little hard to see, but I'll point them out for you as we go. In addition, this red cube blends in a little bit with that, so hopefully we don't take any damage. We don't have to worry about it, but I doubt that's going to be true. Anyway, the first thing, these two dice are not going to be part of this gameplay because Roswell, our starting city, does not have any robots, and that's what these two blue dice are. So I'm going to put them aside for now, and we're going to gather up the regular dice. We'll see how this plays out. Now I am going to roll the dice and get ready, so let's get started and dive into the gameplay now. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit, but let's get our dice rolled and see what we do. Let's see what we got here. So we got a 6. Ooh, I didn't realize this dice was not complete. Anyway, we know that's a 6. It's okay. I could color it in. We got a couple of 6s, some big numbers and some small numbers. I'm going to take these over to the table, just line them up at the board. Now, if we use one of the white dice, we have to re-roll, right? So we got to really be strategic about how we want to play our dice. Part of me wants to say that this turn is a good turn to get yourself set up for future turns. That's my thought. So I think we're going to take our first die here, this 4. We're going to place it right here, but not for the energy, but for the excavation. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can get right there with that move right there. However, you know, we can only put 1 die per column, and that includes the excavation dice. So in placing the 4 there, first of the alien ships comes down, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I play wisely, it's on a damage spot with a 2, meaning I got to get some fighters out there. But we're going to have to excavate first, because if I play 1 here, it'll drop down further and probably won't be damaged, depending on what number I put in there. I could put a 3 in there and miss. I'd miss, because this is a 4 spot right there. You'll see how all this plays out as we go. But we place the 4. We do that. We don't actually trigger any of the dice until after we place them all. Well, I do think we are going to place a 2 here. I have a couple things I'd like to do. This green one would advance us on the science track, but placing a 2 there doesn't do any good because we need to have a 3. I'd like to get a 4 in there to get both of these first two done. That would be ideal. But we don't have another 4 right now. I could place a 6 in the energy thing and re-roll. That might be a good move to make right there. I think we're going to do that. And this is my first gameplay, really. I've tinkered with it, but this is my first real gameplay. So don't expect me to be super strategically sound. I need to play this a few more times before I am. But I think we're going to do that. We're going to take this 6 right here, place it right there. However, that means that this ship is going to drop 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to right there. So it's coming down on us. Now, we got it close. We might be able to get it 1 more. I mean, we're not going to be able to do anything this turn, but maybe before we send out the fighters next turn, we can get that 1 more down. We'll see. However, because we used a white die, we are now locked in, and we're going to have to roll our remaining dice. So let's see. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Wow, that was rough. Okay, so that's a bad die roll. Let's go back and see what we can do with that. Yuck. 2, 1, 1. What do I want to do with a 2, 1, 1? Well, let's see. This is going to be -3. I could take this 2, place it here, and roll the other dice. That might not be a bad move. I don't really want to place the 1 in there. I can't place anything here. I got here, here, and here. Now, the only place I can place here is right there for now. But I think, let's do that. We're going to place the 2. This could be a bad move, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to place the 2 right there. That gives us 8, so we're going to get plenty of energy at the end of the round. It's energy minus, it's that number -3. So now let's roll our other 2 dice, and then we'll place them out. Wait a second. I got to look at this. Hold on. I may not be able to do that. Let me just check something. Well, I can do that. Which means we're going to re-roll these and have to keep the effects of that reroll. So here we go. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm having typical Doug dice luck right here. And I do have to move this one down to here. So that's okay. We're going to have the mothership drop 1, but I'm hoping to get it to skip that next space. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I have 2 ones to deal with. Total garbage. I really don't want to do anything with these ones. I mean, the only thing we're going to get to do is move out 2 ships. This is a waste because it's a minimum of 1. It's just awful because this is -1. And I think if I place them there, I'm just going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure to place them there means that it says slow the enemy shifts by 1 space explained in the previous phase. Yeah, in the rooms phase, dice in these rooms. Okay, I just don't think that you can, if you place a 1, I'm looking for, I think there's an example of this, yeah. If a die is a 1, the ships do not descend and do not trigger effects. Well, okay, I guess that's okay. So we'll place these 2, because these are the last 2 spaces we have right there. I was hoping for some strategic advantage there, so they're just not going to move this turn, that's all. And that completes our dice placement. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the rooms phase next, which means we're going to activate our rooms. And I have the mothership up in a way that shows what the turn sequence is. You can see that right here. So it says 2 room phase. For each room you use, spend energy, remove the effect, or resolve the effect, remove worker dice, decrease robots, we don't have any, also remove all unused worker dice. Okay, great, let's do that. What do we want to resolve first? That's a great question. I think, so I have 2 energy, I'm going to get 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to get 5 energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do that now. I'll just take these 2 off right now. We'll max out our energy here to 7. And then we'll reduce it 1 for the excavator. Boop. The excavator moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're there. Now we got access to these. And then these 2 just don't do anything. So we've opened up a little more space there. We got this room for research now, which is better. Well, it's not better, it's 1 energy, but you do -1 less die. So maybe we'll get some research done this time. We also want to continue to excavate. The good news is we have plenty of energy right now, so we can swing that around and take up one of these columns without really abusing our energy problem. And we can use these fighters to do some serious destruction since these 2 columns didn't move. So that's my strategy. Again, there's a lot of strategy in the game, but we'll see. The dice rolls really make a difference. This die did come in the demo kit, so I'm going to assume that a normal die would not look like that. If it does, I'm sure they'd replace it, but it's not that big of a deal. Those things happen. Anyway, let's go roll our dice for the second round and see what happens. Oh, we got to do the mothership phase first. Sorry. Okay, we are going to do the mothership phase. Now it says in here in the mothership phase, to move the mothership, resolve the mothership action, respawn ships purple before white, at drop points with the most empty space below them. So we're going to put a ship on there, and then we're going to put it in this space because this is the one with the ship the farthest down the track right there, and that's all that's going to happen this turn. Now we're going to roll our dice again. All right, let's roll and see what happens. I don't know if this is a good roll yet or not. We'll have to see, but I'm going to take these over there. I just don't want to mess them up and see what we got and how we're going to start off this round. Now I got to look at some things here because I do want to activate fighters. But I want to make some. I want to get some movement done where the guys are on the right spaces at this point. So, for example, like I can do, like I know I can place this one. This is probably good, but I don't know if I want to do this yet. I would, I suppose. It's going to give me -1 to die. So, yeah, I don't want to put it on the 4 space with a 3. I don't have great dice for this yet. However, I can do this and start to get, like if I place this 2 here, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to place this 2 here, and I'll tell you why. It's going to get this guy to drop down to there. Now it's on a 1 spot, so I'll blow him up on his way down. Now I'd kind of like to get this guy to drop to here, or maybe even a little farther. I'm not sure, and I want the mothership to skip a space. So what I got to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not going to be great, but we're going to blow that one up, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that in a minute. Let's take a look. Okay, so right now I'm going to guarantee to destroy a couple of ships. I can probably get a couple more in that as well. And I want to do some research. So I think this is -1, so I don't want to use the dice for research yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this white 6 and I'm going to place it here. And this is going to cost me 2 energy, but it's going to do a lot of damage. This fighter's going to go around. I'm going to blow up anything because of the dice we put in there. But the other reason I did that is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. I would have loved to have had it land there, but that's okay. I'll blow it up. So it's going to go back to the mothership at that point. I don't know if that's really that valuable. I might want to re-roll and place a 5 there, but then I'm taking a risk that I won't have a high enough die to get it down there at all. However, I could make some moves. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got going on here now. Because I placed this white 6, I'm going to have to re-roll these, so let's do that. Let's see what we get here. A 6, a 2, and a 3. That might be okay. Let me think about this one. Okay, I think I have a bit of a plan here. We'll see how this goes. One of these guys is going to descend pretty far, but I think I want to take a 3. That's not going to do it. I'm going to get some research going on here. I can't use this research spot. I need to have big numbers in the research. Let me see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah, that would be all right. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to have to re-roll these dice again, but I'm okay with that. Because I want to excavate a little bit too, because we're going to have the excavator go back too. Anyway, I'm going to take this die and I'm going to place it on this energy right here. On this research. It's going to take an energy, so we're going to lose 3 energy this turn, but we're going to move these ships down 6. This might be a little wasteful because I'm going to lose 1 pip of the research, but we're going to take this one and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am going to get the mothership movement that I wanted. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get to destroy the white ship. I think that's a pretty good move. If you can see here what I did. This one landed on the mothership there, and this one landed on the 2 because of the... Oh, wait, that's the wrong spot. Darn it. That's not where I wanted that. I wanted it in the end. So I guess even if I may not use it, I'm placing it in this energy spot right here. Because I want those to descend there so we destroy them. That is critical. And I'm going to skip the excavator, not moving. But that means we're going to have to re-roll our last 2 dice and see if we get lucky. I did not get lucky last time. So a 5 and a 1 might be okay. Let's go see what we can do with that. I have no choice. That's what we got. Okay. I have a spot here to do... Yes. Oh, you know what? I can't do the excavator this turn at all. But it's not going to go down. So it's not going to go backwards. So we're okay there. I can place this 5. This is a better die for here, actually. It's going to be 5 right there. Now, it's not going to help us with the aliens as much. Because this one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just going to go whoop, move over there. It does that immediately as soon as it lands on the space. It does set us up for some kills on it next time, which might be useful. And then this one, we really don't have any option but to place it in the first space. I could do another... I don't think there's any point in doing another fighter attack there. And I place it here. Ooh. Oh, it's -1, right. So that means that ship on that space won't move. Oh, that's actually a good move. And I'll tell you why. So I'm going to place this here because that means the anti-aircraft guns are firing into the air and the alien ships have to dodge them. And in this case, it means that this guy here is not going to move and he's going to blow up because it's -1, so he gets no movement in that turn. Okay, that's the end of our dice placement. I think I did that pretty good. We'll have to see how it turns out. This mothership phase is going to be very interesting because we get to do some clever things here. Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to resolve our dice now. Oh wait, we actually had to resolve this mothership drop from here. So it is actually right there right now, but it does not trigger that -2 in the excavator because of this. Got to remember to do those at the time of hitting them. Except for the destruction of the ships, because that activates when we activate our aircraft. And I don't think that... I'm going to double check, but I do believe that goes down now, not at the mothership phase when you land on that space. Just going to double check. I like to check the rules again, and I haven't played this a ton yet, so it's good to know. Move the mothership tile down 1 row. Yeah. So when you land on it. So it's a good way to avoid some of these things, like I avoided that -2 on the excavator. So that's good. Let's go resolve our dice now. This didn't do anything because we weren't able to place any energy there, so it just goes away. We'll do that right now. This is going to give us 4 points of research, which is just the right amount. As you can see, we have a 3 and a 1 here, so it's going to go boom, boom, and that's our victory track. Remember, so we got to keep doing things like that. Okay. We will resolve the fighters now. Actually, we'll just resolve this when it just comes off the board. Then we resolve the fighters. We got an 8. So we know we're going to be able to kill them all, but this requires 2 energy. 1, 2. And I did have to pay an energy for this as well, so we're down to 3, right? Yeah, okay. Now, so we paid all our energy. We've done everything that we're going to do. We had a huge number for an 8, so we blow up anything on the board that's on a space. Like even these 5s and 6s would have blown up. So first off, this 2 goes. It goes up to the mothership. This 1 goes. Boom. This 3 goes. Boom. This 2 goes. This one does not. It's not on a space, and this one's not a space. So those ones stay there and continue to descend. This one's got to be a problem. We've got to get it out of that 4 space right there and try and blow it up with some fighters. Or keep it stalled out there with the aircraft guns. We'll see how it goes. And when we destroy a white ship, it comes off the board. Okay. Now, that was it for resolving our dice. Now we're going to go to the mothership phase. First thing we do is we figure these out. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, because that's the ones that don't have anything in them. And that's first. So the first thing is you have nothing, and then the next, your first gauge on where to place those is if there's nothing. The second gauge is farthest. So if there was a 4th one up there, it would place here. Okay. So that's what happens there. And now the mothership moves down 1, whoop, and it gets another white ship in there, which is okay. And we know that that white ship, because I just talked about it, is going to go there at the end. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to end this session. And now I'm going to do one more thing, and I want you to participate with me. We'll roll our first set of dice. You're going to get to see what they are, and I'm going to show the board. I'm going to ask you to tell me what I should do with these. So let's see what we got here. We have 4, 3, 2. Put those to the side. A 2 and a 6 white ones. So remember, those ones force us to re-roll. All right, guys, here is the snapshot. I think you can see all the dice. There you go, just to be sure. These are our dice. Remember that when we place these, we lock it in and have to re-roll. What should I do with these first dice? Give me some ideas. And I'll show you the state of the board up on top as well so you can see it. You can see most of it right there, but here is the state of the board. So we got 1 ship right here across from this 4. We got 1 ship here on the 6. You can see that it could drop to a 4 right there. That would be ideal, because if it doesn't, it's going to hit our city. We got 2 spots there, another spot there to kill that one, and all these are going to come down by a certain number, so just keep that in mind. There are 3 ships up on top to come down right there. You can pause it, I think, right there and see the entire board and how it's laid out and what we need to do. Remember, research is the name of the game. I have to get that up to that last row there, which cost 11. To win the game, it means we've researched the alien weapon and can destroy the mothership. And again, if the mothership reaches here or we take enough damage, we lose the game. So far, we haven't taken any damage, and we've blown up a lot of ships. So we've got to keep on that track. Anyway, tell me what I should do with these dice. I'm looking forward to seeing what you say. Like I said, I'm no expert with this game, so anything you tell me is probably going to be better, or at least equal to what I would choose for myself. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Please spread the word of the channel and help me boost and bolster my subscriptions, while at the same time, I'm telling you, get as many people as you can to come to it. Any friends you want to win games, because right around Thanksgiving, and you'll see a reminder of this coming up soon, I'm going to be doing a formal relaunch of the channel. I'm going to be giving away a bunch of goodies and games for the holidays, including a couple copies of Marvel United, a copy of Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, and other things. So it'll be a fun day. It's going to be a live event. It's going to be right around Thanksgiving, but it will not be on Thanksgiving Day. So keep an eye out for that, and I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really fun day. Anyway, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for everything else. I appreciate it. Tell me what to do with these dice. I'll talk to you in the next episode.